Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss out on any of my updates and stay tuned with the latest content. So back here there's a lot of legroom over here for a quite good crossover. There is a center armrest over here. The seats are aftermarket, but very disappointingly there is no AC vents or 12-volt charging options. For the price, expensive according to the year it was launched in. It costed around 16.5 lakhs for the Zeta model that I'm sitting in right now, and 16.8 lakhs for the Alpha model, which is one variant higher than this one. So it is a very expensive price, but it is also because of the engine. The engine is imported. It is a CBU engine. It is imported from Italy. It is a Fiat 1.6 liter engine producing 118 horsepower with 320 Newton meters of torque. So a very interesting fact is that this car is not stock. It is mapped to stage 1. So the car the stock produces 118 horsepower with 320 Newton meters of torque. But after the map, it produces 132 horsepower with 350 Newton meters of torque, which come in early again. It is a diesel engine, so it come in early at around 1700 RPM, which is insane. I love driving this car. I've just driven it for a bit right now, but I'm enjoying driving this car. I would love to take this car on the expressway and see how it performs. The car has not a lot of initial punch. It doesn't really pick up when it starts, but once it crosses the 1700 RPM, the car cruises. The car has a mad pickup. The car is insane. I'm very shocked by the S-Cross. I wasn't expecting Suzuki to make such a brilliant car. The only other Suzuki car that I really like is the Kizashi, and I think I am in love with the S-Cross also. So the clutch of the car is very hard. It is very hard and very deep, and the car really doesn't pick up in the second gear. So if you are on speed breakers and all, it's preferable to shift to the first gear or while turning, because the car doesn't pick up on the second gear. But the third gear is really powerful. The third gear is quite powerful, and the car steering wheel is nice. It's a Maruti steering wheel, so Maruti steering wheels generally don't offer any feel or feedback as such, but this one is, I think, a bit heavier, so it is better. The suspension is again soft, so the car might be unstable on the highway, but I would like to see how it performs. So the car red lines at around 4,500 RPM, but the initial get to is a lot, 3,500 RPM. Yeah, so once the third gear kicks in, the car performs brilliantly once the third gear kicks in. So the car's second gear and third gear has a lot of power. Now on second gear, red lines at 4,000 RPM goes up to 80. Pretty amazing. The car can go up to 200 easily after the tune. Before the tune, it could go up to around 160. And the car has 6 gears. The reverse gear is on the right side only with a lever. It's not like the other Volkswagen cars on the left side. The car has a nice horn. It is like all other German cars, which I love. The gearbox is a bit hard to shift into, so it's not as smooth. It is not very smooth, but also because so the car has steering wheel mounted controls. The steering wheel looks like the one of the Celerio, which is pretty ugly. I don't like the silver finish in the car. I think the Baleno has a better black finish, but I think they've improved that in the S-Cross facelift. So the steering wheel has almost no feedback. I mean, I think after 120, 130, you need to keep both hands on the steering wheel to make sure that the car is going through the path, following the path of the road. The car has a nice multimedia system. It's like standard in all older Maruti Suzuki cars. The Baleno also had the same one. But the additional feature is that this car has a navigation chip. So there's a slot for navigation chip, and the navigation chip was offered by the company itself, which has offline maps in it. So I've not driven this car much. This is the first time I'm driving the S-Cross. But I think my first impression is pretty good. The price of this car, this particular model, was 16.5 lakh because this is a Zeta model, the Zeta 1.6 liter. But I mean, I think the price is very high for a car like this, especially in 4 years, 5 years back. A 17 lakh car for a Suzuki was very expensive. So this is the S-Cross, which is mainly the SX4 crossover. So I love the SX4. So I love this car also. The car is pretty nice. It is a hatchback. I love hatchbacks. I prefer hatchbacks any day over sedans. So it is a crossover hatchback, and I like the ride height. I like the driving position. It is higher than other usual cars, which is pretty nice. I can't see the bonnet from here, but pretty nice to drive the car. So the first gear doesn't have really a lot of punch. I do not feel a lot of punch in the first gear. I always feel the need to change the gear to second or third. So there's almost zero power before 1500 RPM. So you always need to keep the car in a lower gear to actually feel the power of the car. I like the gearbox. It is a nice slick shifting gearbox, a small gearbox. So the car has done up projector headlights and headlamp setup. The car stock comes with a halogen yellow color headlight, which is now done up to white. So the car is also pretty customized. It also has a stage 1 map done, which is engine and turbo upgrade. So the car does wheel spin a bit once the torque kicks in. So I think when I'm driving, I'll be pretty confident driving the car up to 120, 130. After that, which I do not know. I would love to find out though. So the car has power windows, all 4 power windows. But it looks exactly like the one in the Swift and the Dzire. So there is no other real upgrade in the car. There is no different. The engine is imported. The engine is CBU. It's a Fiat engine imported from Italy. But I think that is why the price is very high. But the interiors are not very different. The interiors are not very exciting or very enhancing. Only the driver's side window is one touch down, one touch up. The other 4 windows are power windows, but they have to be operated manually. The car looks good in a lot of colors. The car has a coffee color option. The blue that is over here, the blue also looks nice. The white looks nice. The white always looks nice. I even like the coffee color option that they offer in the car. So now this is the DDIS 320 engine, which they used to offer earlier, but in the facelifted model they only offer the DDIS 200 engine, which is 1.3 liter 1298 cubic capacity liter, which is pretty disappointing. I mean, I would love to drive a small powerful car. The car is automatic rear view mirrors. The car does not have automatic climate control, it's manual because the Zeta model, only the Alpha model is available with the automatic climate control, which is also very disappointing. If you're paying 17 lakh for a car, I would at least expect automatic climate control. The car has a very soft carbon finish, which is also provided by the company. So the car has a very nice certain aspects that the company has offered, which I like, which is stock with the car. But other than that, I mean, the car is good to drive. There's good legroom back there. They are 16-inch tires, so they do maintain grip quite well on the road. So the car has a center adjustable armrest. It has a cool glove box, which I like. You can't make anything cooler, but you can keep the temperature of the products in it the same temperature. The car also has auto side folding mirrors, and they operate when you lock and unlock the car, and even from here. So braking is solid. I like the braking. It's not a very jerky braking, or it's not a very hard or not a very soft braking.